Hey y'all, this is Joy with Altered Minds. I'm home. I'm okay. I may not do readings right now because I'm really trying to get my feet back underneath me. Uh, I wasn't gonna video any after or during my treatments or anything like that, and then I thought about it and I said, Joy, this could be the end of your story. You need to put this on video. It's part of your journey. And my mind went through a lot of things today. And I was sitting there in this room, and it's very chrome and it's very white. And there's other people there in other rooms, and family members are holding their hands and stuff. And I'm there, and I'm loneliness set in on me. I am standing on the mountain. Anyways, the loneliness set in me, and I looked around my room, and I'm scared. Okay, this is some scary shit I'm going through. I'm not subhuman, and I'm doing it by myself. I'm not mad at my family. I'm gonna tell you that now. But these treatments and stuff, I walk in alone. I walk out alone. I'm by myself, and I'm sitting there, and they, whenever, I don't know if you've ever had it done before, but they push this thing into you. Makes my neck real sore, but they push this catheter into your, down through this main vein, and they push it down into your, they pump out all your blood and filter it and put back in clean blood, right? That's dialysis. That's what dialysis actually is. And regardless, it's scary. It's a scary stuff. It's only a daytime thing when I'm not in the hospital. And I'm sitting there, and this loneliness come over me. And I got to remembering when I was younger. And I don't care. Laying there. Anyways, I can remember when I was young. I don't care what anybody went to the hospital for. My mama was there. She'd have her little purse and her little bag, and she was there for the long haul. You wasn't alone with her. She was coming. It didn't matter what you was in the hospital for. That woman was coming up there to sit with you. She done that until she got too old to do it. She's 90 years old now. And then the other family members, of course, would come, and they would see me all there with you, and so you got to see the whole family. And I realized my meemaw was the glue that held us together then, because I don't see anybody. And it's not a lack of love or that's not what it is. God told me everybody's got their own form of cancer to deal with. Some of it can be medically taken care of it. Some of these cancers, some of these people got, there's no way to get rid of it. So I seen that in a different light. But I was about to be mad. My mind was starting to play with me. I'm hooked up to this shit, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm by myself. And I'm like, family's all around me. Lives just a few miles up the road. And this bitterness and this anger was starting to take over. And so I had to analyze these thoughts. I had to analyze it for a minute and see why I was feeling like I was feeling. And when I started breaking it down, I came to my childhood with my Meemaw. It's just they're all dealing with their own forms of cancer. It's not, nobody cares about me any less or any, if I need something, they're there. It doesn't matter what it is. They just expect me to pull through. They expect me to move, just keep going. And but I'm alone. My husband's in prison. My oldest son's in prison. My middle son, he's got his own shit he deals with. My daughter's got her own shit she deals with. My daughter be Johnny on the spot, though, when I'm sick and I need her. She's like, do you need me there, Mom? She's like, I heard, okay. If I need her here, she's here. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm analyzing all this stuff, and I always tell people I'm not scared to die. What I'm scared of is dying with some of this stuff in my heart and in my mind and being stuck to this god-awful place. And it hit me. I said, man, I'm yearning for home. Like, I'm tired. I am. I'm tired. I always get kind of down after these. But I had to get some of this off my chest, off of my heart. I'm in bed right now. I'm home. I made it home. I'm good. All of you people I read for, I call y'all my tarot family now. Because y'all are on it. In prayers, talking about, I'm going to pray for you. And a lot of y'all support my trip. Y'all are there. Like, y'all are there for me like family, like my family. Y'all, so I call y'all my tarot family. Y'all watch my videos. I have a lot of people that follow all these videos, whether they're stupid or not. So I'm sitting there and I almost was going to record that treatment. That's a little much. I'm not ready to watch myself take a treatment. I'm not ready for that yet. When I go back to look over my videos. So this was the closest I can get, was when I got home. I just got home here not too long ago. And at that moment, I wanted my mom. I have an aunt that I can talk to. I do. All of my aunts are great. But I have one I can talk to. That is... Both of my aunts are awesome in different ways. But my Aunt Darlene is... I can tell her anything. And she doesn't think I'm wanting something from her, or she listens to what I have to say. She'll cry with me, laugh with me, and just whatever. Tell me whatever I need to hear or whatever. And I try not to call them all the time when I'm missing my mom. Like, I didn't pick up the phone today. Today would have been the day to do it. And I'm sitting there and I'm missing my mom, man. Because I'm going through this shit. They're having me reviewing my chart, where I have to go through and make all these decisions about if something goes wrong during these treatments or anything. And who's going to make them kind of calls if I'm unable to, and this kind of stuff like that. Papers you normally go over with family members there. But I went ahead and I faced it by myself, like, head on. I don't know how else to do anything. And I'm sitting there and they asked me if I'm unresponsive or anything like that. Who's to make the decision on whether or not to keep me intubated or artificial life, or whatever. I put that decision on my middle son. Josh, just so you know, you'll be making that call, but I made it for you, okay? Today. But you'll be the one to make that final call. If there's no activity, that I'm not to be left on life support. I made all the decisions today. They're to let me go. Stuff like that. And I sat there again. I'm listening to these questions and everything, and living wills and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, man, it's pretty simple, dude. I started to get irritated with the lady that's in there. She ain't doing nothing but a job, but I'm getting irritated because I don't want to do this. You can't hook me up to a fucking machine like this and ask me these kind of questions. What y'all playing some kind of sick fucking mind game? And this is where my head's at in here, you know. To me, that's all. Why would you do that? You know, you ask some questions when I'm dressed and feeling okay, and you don't ask some kind of questions to somebody who's looking at death, you know, or whatever. But I thought about it, and I said, all right, they're just doing no job too. So I put my children's name in there, and I just need to talk to my mom. You know, I got mad at God today. I talked to all these fucking dead people. For people who want these readings. Why is it to have this gift to talk to any fucking random dead person that anybody can call that I don't know, and I can't talk to my mother. Why is that? I don't understand. I don't understand. To give somebody a gift like that and not be able to use it for any kind of personal. And I'm good about that. I don't use any of my gifts to go gambling. I try to walk a line with them where when I go to answer for the shit that I've done in this life, 'cause I got a whole lot to answer for, right? That don't come up. That I kept that pure. I didn't taint it with using it for selfish reasons or to get rich or to cast spells or to hurt anybody. I never used it for them reasons. But I would have to talk to my mom. I would. And I fell asleep during all this in my mind. I'm sorry. I'm about to let y'all go. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't know whether to make this part of my journey video series, TV series, or not. But I fell asleep during all this. Excuse me now. And in my sleep, I'm walking on this lighted edge. That the shadow area is right there too, but there's a lighted edge that I'm walking on. And somebody's got my hand. And they're walking with me. Now, this isn't the first time this person's walked with me. This person walks with me when I go to visit that gray area for some of y'all. And I'm looking down, and I'm never once thinking about looking at her face. Not one time have I ever thought to look up and see who's holding my hand. I always assumed it was God. And that's the God's honest truth. I always assumed it was an angel or God holding my hand. And she's walking with me in this area that I go to sometimes, and she says, "I wish I was as strong as you." This is what lady says to me, she said, I wish had just a little bit of the strength that you have. She said, I'd have been able to deal with life so much better. And I knew that it was my mom. I knew it was my mom. Now, I knew she used to tell me that all the time when she was here. She said, you're so strong. I'm really not, Mom. I'm really not. I'm alone and I'm scared. And, but I'm going to keep going. No matter what. I'm going to face it all head on every day. I'm not going to change. Just because I'm scared, it's not going to change. And I'm supposed to be alone, God told me. This is the path that I have to walk alone. In the end, it'll make sense. Yes, if I ever had to trust God, it's now. I told y'all that before. If I ever had to trust God, it's now. But anyways, I'm talking, and she's telling me that all the time when she was here, and so I squeezed her hand. I could feel it. All I can do is take these medicines to make my body function until God pulls my card. There's nothing I can do about the sickness in my body. Not without the treatments. I refuse the treatments on the cancer. But I don't want to be sick like that. That sickness is worse than the cancer. So all I can do, but I don't have to be sick in my mind. I don't have to be sick in my mind. I don't have to carry anything that I don't want to carry. These are things I'm realizing walking on this path by myself. There's a reason. Excuse me. And I'm not going to question it no more. Okay. I want all y'all to know that I appreciate my tarot family. Give me a little bit to get my feet underneath me. I'm always like this when I come out of that. I apologize. I just had to put it out. Put it out of my head. I didn't want it to dwell there because I don't want I don't want mixed feelings about none of this. This stuff is already figured out. That's that devil trying to put his foot back in my mind. But I don't won that battle. That battle's done been fought and won. So we ain't got to go back. We just move forward on that. So y'all give me a little bit to, let me get my head about me. And I will start, I'm going to rest a little bit longer and I will start taking readings. And I want to thank all of y'all for helping me on this journey. I'm not alone. And in the end, that's ultimately what I realized. I may be standing in that room alone, and I may be facing this stuff alone, but that's my choice. I don't ask nobody to go with me. I don't ask nobody to sit there while I go talk to these dogs. I don't ask nobody to do that. It's my choice. God puts people in my path. There's people in my path now that would drop everything to go with me. So that's how I dealt with that. I'm not alone. I have all y'all. I have my family, my kids, my son, my oldest son. I had 2 prayers. Because we've all been locked up. I got out, I was sick, and I just prayed that I got to see my sons. Don't take me out of this world. Dear God, don't take me out of this world until I put my eyes on my oldest son. I haven't seen him in several years. And my husband, who I haven't seen in several years. They're both coming home. And that's all I wanted. I asked God for that. Let me put my eyes on my son. He gets out in the next couple of days, and my husband comes home November 17th, but that's a Sunday, so it'll be the 15th. You take me the next day, I'll be all right. It's been so long since I've seen my son, my oldest son. And I got a letter from him yesterday that said, Mom, he said, I hope you're doing okay. He said, Mom, I'm really going to try this time when I go to the halfway house. He said, I'm going to try to stay on a right path and go to work and keep a job. He said, so I can take care of you, Mom. Really, I'll trade that for him just to be happy. Quiet some demons in his head. I trade that. I trade my life for that easily. Him or any of my kids for that. I just want y'all. I just want y'all to be happy. I spent a lot of this life fucked up. Yeah. And at the end of it, I'm trying to make everything smoother. Then I'm not worried about me no more. I want all three of you just to be happy and enjoy what you got here and blessings. If something doesn't make you happy, you get away from it. It's so simple, yet one of the hardest things to do. Okay. This video probably don't make no sense at all. For that, I apologize. It made sense to me. Alright? Give me a couple hours to rest, y'all. Get my feet back underneath me. And I'll start taking requests for readings. But right now, I'm not taking any requests. I just got home and my neck's still bandaged up. So I'm going to lay down and rest. And thank all of you. Like, you're a blessing. You're a blessing, whether if you're a blessing, whether you know you are or not. You are. You're blessed. Every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. And if I don't get up for the rest of the day, I will be back up rolling with the punches by the morning. I will be. So, either way, I'll be talking to y'all soon. Thank you. Aunt Dara, I love you. Aunt Kat, I love you. My mother's sister. I love both of you.